We are here. Boo, 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 boo.
Matty, man. See ya, guys. Yeah, you're welcome to the show. See, it's the Two Henchmen show. And you know what? Yeah, I'm here. Matty's here. You know what? From Gunners across, wherever you're coming from, it's poo, poo, poo. The Two Henchmen are here. We're here. We're here, guys.
We are here. Wolfgang, what's
We
going
are
on, brother?
here.
We are here. We are here. So, Tony,
Yeah.
brother, what a week it has been
What a week, man.
for the Arsenal. Brother,
Mm.
what do you make of this mess we saw the other night, man?
See, yeah, Matty. By the way, big up to everyone who is popping into the show. Wolfang Division. I'll be on the show later on. Head to there. Big ups to you. That's a real one, yeah, a real one. Salute to Matt and Tony. Wolfang Division says, big up Tony. Big up to you, my brother Wolfang. Kai Wash is in the house. Poo, poo, poo. To Kai Wash. That's a real gooner. He's a real gooner. Big up to you, Kyle. And hopefully I get to see you in my show very soon. See, let's go straight right into the business. Yeah, that Matty. Yeah, going into the Champions League. See, we just beat Bournemouth. Yeah.
I'm listening. I gotta get it. Charge my phone. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. See ya, guys. Yeah. Just last weekend. Yeah, we faced Bournemouth, and I was looking at this team like, okay, good enough. Nice showing. Scored 4 goals. It's nothing to be proud of, yeah, when you score 4 goals past Bournemouth relegation battlers in any case, anyway. But again, the nitty gritty in that matchup, yeah, Saka being overused to the extent that it showed down there the injury that he was carrying in a way. And we just struggled. He struggled through the game, struggled even after he scored. And I was like, where is the changes for this guy? In that matchup against Bournemouth. Yeah, but anyway, Odegaard showed up in that game. Throwing passes here and there, good and okay. Then we come into the Champions League. That was a good, preparation ceremony for the big one, right? The Champions League, where the big fish is, right? Good. We get into the Champions League, and Matty, boom, the first surprise, yeah, that we get, Kai Havertz starting in that game. See, I do understand that he scored a goal, yeah, in that Bournemouth game. Of course, a penalty. Good and okay, no problem. But again, that penalty was given to him. It wasn't really like he stepped up and kind of like, I want to take the penalty. It was given to him. Yeah, okay, good. They gave that penalty to him. He scored the goal, quite all right. That's nice, good and okay. But why will Mikel Arteta choose to start a Kai Havertz? You know his confidence is just building. By the way, yeah, and you start him in a very, very important match against Lens. What are the standards? This guy hasn't scored from open play. Why should we accommodate him in our first team? See, I'm all about bringing in Kai Havertz in the second half after the big damage has been done to the to the team we're facing. But to bring him in the first half, lazying about, running about, doing nothing like an headless chicken, see, man, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And again, Bukayo Saka struggling again. Matty struggling again. You can see he's playing through an injury. You can see he's just struggling and just trying to get at the end of it. Yeah, and players see, and these players, yeah, they already know the essence of Arsenal attack. Just keep Bukayo Saka shut, and everything will be shut down. And that's why when Bukayo Saka left the game, you can see what happened. No, no penetration into the 18-yard box, no clear-cut chances, no incisive shots on goal. It was just a calamity. So it shows that without Bukayo Saka, we're doomed. Where is that replacement that we need? Not really a replacement. You can't replace Bukayo Saka, right? Good.
Yeah.
What about a like-for-like player who should have come in for him in the summer? Matty, you understand that me and you have been banging in this point right from the summer. Where is that guy that will come in and help Saka and take all the goal scoring burden on Bukayo Saka away from him? But I'm sorry, we signed no one. This is what you expect. And see, there is no gooner out here who never believe what we're seeing right now. We believe what we're seeing because we never went to the market to go get a like for like replacement for Bukayo Saka, and this is the problems we're in. Yeah, that's it. Good. See, Matty, it's good and okay for Martin Odegaard, our captain. Yeah, we just gave this guy a new 5-year deal. Listen to me, Matty, and everyone in the chat. Listen to me. Yeah, we gave this guy a new 5-year contract. Put our money where our mouth is. Right? Good. And we gave him a new contract. He came to the North London Derby. That was the direct first game after we've given him that new contract. And Matty, you guess as much, disappeared from that game. Nothing. Couldn't impose himself. Where are those little deep pocket spaces that he normally operates on? Good and okay, missing from that game. He goes into the Bournemouth game, yeah? Tries to get passes here and there. He shows up, yeah? Good. But that's the small game. That's the relegation battlers that we played, yeah? Good. And then you came into that game against Lens and you totally disappeared from the game. Matty, see, we're beginning to see that Martin Odegaard only shows up, only turns up in the smaller games. See, Matty, I need my captain to be showing up in both the small games and the big games. And the big games is where we need him. Like in this matchup against Lens in the Champions League. It's a big game. I don't care whether we call Lens a Farmers League. It is a big game because we've not qualified from that group. Where is our captain? Where was our captain? He was to show up and he never showed up. See, Matty, it's okay if we brought in David Raya. I was okay with David Raya. He has an outstanding save ratio playing for Brentford. Is a ball playing goalkeeper. Yeah, is a neat guy. I really like that guy. Yeah, positional play. He brings that composure to defenses. At least the one I've seen in Brentford. But what happened to him in the Champions League? It's we're beginning to see that David Raya isn't really, laying claim to that number one spot just yet. Yeah, I thought he would have sealed it, but I'm sorry he hasn't sealed it till now, and it shows that uh, Raya has a problem with teams that actually go on an effective and efficient press. He has a problem. Look at Tottenham when they came at us, running at us. He had a problem. It was a little bit jittery here and there. We all know that. And look at Learns. This guy's, see, I'm not sure they spent 100 million for a player, but they sure did play attacking football, Matty. They sure did press high up the pitch. They waited with their five-man midfield, threw that striker up front, and just soaked up pressure, took us on the counter-attack. See, they literally studied how to break down Arsenal and overrun us in the middle of the park. And that's why they scored 2 goals. And that's why Arsenal, who's third, in the league, in a league that's not considered the Farmers League, and they beat us up, in the heart of Paris, in the heart of France, actually. So, Matty, horrible, horrible performance. Not good enough. Not good enough.
Well, I watched that game the other day, and the thing that really, really just irked me and Lee and Ola while we was watching it is basically, man, the manager didn't have a clue of what to do. And I've told you all this time after time after time after time after time after time. This manager, I'm sorry, he's not the man. And it's proven more and more. The energy that you saw Lawrence with was the same energy that we should have come out with. That team we played was probably 200 million or maybe 250 million total. We spent that in our transfer window, and look at what we produced. Their whole team is what we spent in the transfer window. Now, how is it that this manager cannot get players up for games like that? How is it this manager watches our most important player struggle over the weekend with an injury? Walk back, bring him right back out there to play. I was on my way to the gym this morning. I cracked open Instagram for a quick second. I saw you and AFTV both said that 20 there's a sprain, there's a possibility he might play this weekend. He doesn't even need to be on the bus. He need to be at home watching the game this weekend. He doesn't need to be playing for another 3 or 4 weeks. We need to be really careful about what we're doing with this gentleman's career. Because if we're not, then we just spent big money on a paperweight because he's going to be injured. But let me paint a broader picture for y'all. I'm enjoying my pump.
Matty, with that point you just threw out,
Hold on, Tony.
If we don't have Bukayo Saka, there is no goals for us.
Well,
it's proven that this guy is the guy in attack.
Let me bring up another point, Tony. I got something for you.
And that's why we'll keep risking it, because we didn't do our due diligence. In the transfer window.
You haven't even thought about what I'm going to say. I'm going to bring this right here to your face, just like that. It's coming. What I'm about to say is coming. Just hold tight. This is the same manager who pushed Thomas Partey back out there on the pitch knowing he was hurt. So he has a history of doing this. Look at Julian Timber. Look at Timber. You're in Timber. Beginning of the year. This manager has a history of risking players' health.
Fact.
You know why he does that, Tony? You know why he does that? Because he does not have a bench. This whole thing that we're seeing with the squad depth on this team is his doing. You and I have sat right here. Now, for a fact, I know me and you have sat right here and done transfer window video after transfer window video after transfer window video. And what do we see? We always come up short. How many times do I have to tell you every time I say we're short? We're short. We're short. Remember, this summer I said, Tony, we're short. I said, we're still short. And now we're short again. This is his doing. And anytime Kai Havertz plays, you down a man. You're really down a man. You're playing with 10 men.
I agree. I agree.
We are in major trouble. We are in major trouble. This manager has no idea how to manage. And that is his biggest flaw. It's two massive flaws that I see in Arteta. And I've been preaching this gospel for the last 2.5 years. The two major flaws that you see with this manager: man management and game management. And if you can't get those two right, then my friend, you don't need to be a manager.
You can't even win the league with that. See, and you know what, yeah, Matty, yeah? His man management skills has been called to question, but that's his most horrible flaw. Yeah. You remember last season when Thomas Partey was injured. You knew what this manager did, yeah? He threw him back into the firing line.
Yep.
He pushed him back to go play. Martinelli had a problem, I think, with his hamstring the other, in one of those matchups. What did he do? He pushed him back. Go and play. Go and play. See, the man management, argument of this manager has been called to question. And I think he's getting it all wrong. He's getting it all wrong. What happened? See, we even have to place judgment, yeah, on why bringing in Kai Havertz in the first place. We could have gone in, added maybe 28 more million or 22 more million, and gone to get someone someone that will at least put in a shift down there. If we went to Real Sociedad and beg them for this player that's lighting up the league down there, yeah, scoring great goals. I think that guy's a Japanese guy. I've forgotten his name, but he's really, really, tearing up the league in Real Sociedad. Why couldn't we just go and bring Moussa Diaby?
Well, Tony,
Why?
we could have went and got.
Why couldn't we do that?
We could
He
have got
would have
the fella that
given,
was.
he would have given Bukayo Saka a run for his money. Maybe not as a replacement, but as someone who could come in and put in a shift. Now that same guy is now putting a shift for Aston Villa, scoring goals for them and creating chances for them. Already this season, that guy has created or has been related to nearly up to 5-6 of their goals this season.
Tony, they could have went out and gotten the fella that scored against us for Lawn. He probably cost $100,000. I mean, you saw the output he was putting out. Compare his the goals he scored to what we see from Nketiah. See, this is what I've been trying to tell folks. It's supposed to be all over their head about, oh man, we got Nketiah and this and that. He's in the room, he's over there, And like I said, there are quality. Remember this summer, folks kept saying, where are the strikers at? Where are these players at? If you have competent individuals in the back room, they will identify talent that is out there. The thing that separated us from Lawns the other night was not the payroll. It was the fact that team had more hard workers that was willing to lay down for their crest versus our players who walked out there and thought that they were just, because we're the Arsenal, we're gonna roll out there and beat up on this team. And you got a rude awakening. And this arrogance that his manager reared his head again.
Yeah.
The problem is this manager does not know how to identify talent. I keep telling people, find me, show me the world-class player that he has brought into this team, developed, cultivated, and pushed him back out. Where is that world-class player? I got news for you. It's not here.
It's not
here.
It's not here.
It is
the
not.
Proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. This manager, time after time after time after time, when butts get tight, things ain't right. He turns around here. It was 70, I think it was with the 78th minute or whatever. He is making substitutions right after they scored. How many times do we have to react to other people's doing? He did the same thing with Spurs. He did the same thing this week. He did it last year, the year before that, and the year before that. This manager has no clue in what he's doing. It is time for him to go. People can say what they want to say about me. I just have the stats prove themselves. The stats prove themselves.
The
We have
stats
a
proves
working
themselves,
list.
and that's a fact.
Tony, we have a working list of the failures of this manager. Our European pedigree up under this manager has been the worst I've ever seen. The worst. Look at the teams we've lost to. Look at the
Oh,
teams. People were saying on Wednesday night, Tuesday and Wednesday, whenever we play, they were saying that oh well, we'll be okay because we're playing at home. Go look at the home losses that we've had in Europe under this manager. Look at the home losses. This
shocking.
is shocking. Shocking. This manager is
It's
out of
shocking.
order. He's out of order.
It's
This
shocking.
team is upside down. Well, man, how do you know that? Look at how we started the season. Thomas Partey was at right back, and he played him there with conviction.
Oh, please don't get us started on
There with
that one.
conviction. This manager played him there with conviction. I honestly believe had he not gotten hurt, we still would have been talking about why is he playing Thomas
Fact,
Partey at right
fact,
back.
fact,
That's how
fact.
arrogant this manager is. This manager is arrogant. He is. I'm not monetized. I would say it like I said tonight. He is an asshole, and it shows up in his management. His management. It shows up.
See, yeah, Matt. Yeah. See, there's also another part of this whole discourse that I also have a problem with. Yeah. Uh, when you have a bench, right? When you have a bench, when the players that you put in as your first 11, are blighted by injuries, yeah, or don't really turn up, yeah, and you have a bench. As a manager, part of your job is to fine tune these players, yeah, train them, get them up to speed, yeah, so that when they come in place of those main players, they can at least put in a shift. I'm not talking of even play at an optimal level. I'm talking of just put in a shift. Now, how many players that we've called out from the bench this season that has managed to put in a shift, or that has managed to kind of tweak your brains a little bit and give you a selection headache? I'm talking of you per se, a selection headache. And the truth is, no one has actually done that. No one has done that. Big ups to you, Yorkshire Guna. No one has actually done that. See, Martinelli is out there injured. We expect Leandro Trossard to come in, put in a shift, give this manager sort of an headache. Yeah? But I'm sorry, he hasn't actually come to terms with giving us or putting up those shifts consistently. That's the word. Consistently. Yeah? To sort of give us an headache. Give us the fans an headache. Is it good enough, Marty? We also
No,
have to put that in our minds. If Trossard is really good enough for this football club.
you know what? The thing with
Pablo
Trossard,
Vieira. Pablo Vieira. People said that okay, he's coming back up to speed again. Yeah? After what happened to him last season. He came in, yeah, in the second half in that Lens game. Matty, I'm sorry. Again, yet again, did nothing. Did nothing. Did nothing. So, Matty, it's not far from reality. Yeah, it's not alien when you talk about our bench in that light. It's not alien. People in the chat, it's not alien when Matty says that we don't actually have a bench. We have a glorified bench. Yeah, a glorified one. We don't have world class players sitting down there to come in and put up a shift when these other players are injured. I'm sorry, we don't have that. And this is due to the failures, yeah, in the transfer window. Where were those replacements? Where were the top gooners that would have gone to and gone on a blitz of a recruitment and bring them in? Where are the shooters? I don't see no shooters here. If we're being beaten, yeah, and maimed by Lens in the Champions League. See, it seems like you guys don't really get this, yeah. See, Mate, let me take you on a tour. look at Newcastle in the Champions League, my brother.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
Newcastle. Eddie Howe, somehow in 2 seasons, have gotten to transform and transmogrify Newcastle United in 2 seasons. It didn't need 4 seasons. It didn't need five. It didn't
What
need
phase are
10.
they in? What phase? What
In
phase are
two
they in?
seasons, this guy has completely transmogrified the essence of being a Newcastle fan. You can't go to St. James Park and get it easy. Just look at what these guys did to PSG. See, Matty, do you agree that PSG is one of the favorites to win this Champions League? I'm not talking of if you look at their game yesterday by name. Are they?
Yeah,
They're in it. They're in it,
the
right? See,
usual
guys,
suspects. Yeah.
look at me face to face. Yeah, Newcastle just did PSG. Yeah, a team that should be winning the Champions League this season. Yeah, just did them dirty in St. James Park. Like, goodness, are you happy to see this? Are you happy? Seeing Eddie Howe transform that team in less than 2 seasons. These guys were in a relegation scrap like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And right now, they're beating the cream de la creme of Europe. The warlords right now. Trust me, Bayern Munich won't want to have a tussle with this Newcastle team. Trust me. Barcelona won't want to have a tussle with this Newcastle team. Trust me. Even Man City, they won't even want to have a go at this Newcastle team right now. Right now. And
Yeah.
that's what Eddie Howe has brought to that team in 2 seasons. And while we are still struggling under this manager, I can understand why he needed 4 seasons to do anything. I do understand that because of the players we had there before. But see, it's put up or shut up time right now. You have your players in right now. You've spent up to almost nearly $1 billion in 7 seasons. Mikel Arteta spent nothing less than 600 to 700 million pounds. Yeah, in the seasons he's been here. It's time to put up or shut up. And losing to Lens, yeah, who is 15th in the French League all right now. Yeah, guys, Lens are 15th in the French League on, in the place we want to call the Farmers
That's
League.
the same place Luton is in the Premier League, by the way. That's the same league position Luton. So that's like losing to Luton.
Brother Matty, I don't want to start you up because I know this will get you angry, like totally angry. Yeah. I don't want to start you up on the exploit of Balogun in a short stint at Monaco FC. I know that will tip you off the wrong way. It might just get you angry. Yeah. I don't want to do that. But just go look at what Balogun is doing at Monaco.
Let me throw this out here. I'm going to tackle this one here. Here to there. He said, slow down, Tony. Trossard has literally only had 3 subpar performances his whole time here. Trossard is allowed to have an off night when he's been top 85% of the time with irregular minutes. Let me say this about Trossard. What happened the other night? We're gonna go right back to Mikel Arteta. This manager. This is another one. This is another thing. When players are on form, he does not play them. Doesn't play him. Trossard was on form before he got hurt. Couldn't get a break. You bring him back, immediately puts him into a hostile environment at Lawns. Immediately and ask him to perform. Instead of using Reece Nelson, Emil Smith Rowe, players that he had already been the engine was warm, and you could have put them in and got you over the hump. Emil Smith Rowe has been subbed in the last couple of games, and he's been out there in the few 5, 6, 7 minutes that I've seen out of him is more than what I've seen out of Kai Havertz all year.
Yeah.
This is why I say the man does not know man management. That's a player now. I want y'all to understand now. Just to show you how dirty he do his players now. That's a player that saved his ass a couple of seasons ago. And that's how you thinking. This is why I said this manager is a snake in the grass. He's a coward. And that's how I'm going to start referring to. He's a coward. I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. And what I'm seeing this year, what I'm seeing out of him this year is even worse because he's been allocated the resources and the time. We're at a point now where enough is enough with this manager. Enough is enough of this manager. It is time for him to go. It is time for us to move on to something better because I'm mighty afraid that if we keep
Matty.
Hold on, Tony. I'm mighty afraid that if this manager keeps on going down the same avenue and people keep coming to me with these excuses, they keep saying, well, Matt, man, we're still undefeated in the league. We're only in third, this, that, and look at where we were this time last year. Look
you
at
took what I wanted to say. You took away what I wanted to say, man. You took it away. We spent 200 million this summer, and we look worse than how we did last season.
So if we're going by that, Tony, then we're regressing, and that's what I've been trying to tell people all year is that this is not what you finished second place last year. This is worse. And Tony, let me throw this out there. Tony, I keep trying to tell people are laughing at Man City. Oh, man, they got all these injuries. Let me tell you what's going to happen in this transfer window. Pep has already identified the targets.
Sure.
The targets have been identified. He is going to get his ledger. He's going to look, and he's going to say, let's go ahead and get this person, this person, this person. Let's shut it down, and then that's going to be all she wrote. We don't have that luxury. Because our manager wastes funds. 65 million.
Jeez.
65 million on that is what we paid for. When I watch that boy walk across that pitch, Tony, I've been telling me and Lee and Ola have been telling everybody, stop watching these games and start watching Havertz. Stop watching the games and just watch Havertz and Eddie and Nketiah when they play. Just watch him and look at him. The tape don't lie. The tape don't lie.
It don't lie. He's been shocking.
Horrible. Both of them are two of the worst footballers I have seen all the way down to when I was coaching U10 soccer back in 2004. All the way back there, I have seen better players in U10 soccer here in the United States than I have out of them two right there. I got a player right. I know a young man right now that I coach could probably put in the better shift than Eddie Nketiah. I mean,
and the manager is so stubborn. He wants to get this guy working. He wants to force him,
Thank you, Tony.
He wants to force him into the team. He doesn't want. He doesn't want us fans, or he doesn't want anyone to say, "Oh, you brought in someone for 65 million pounds who can't actually cut it at Arsenal Football Club." He doesn't. See, his ego is too big to understand that, and I have a problem with that, Matty. Yeah, your ego should be checked in issues like that for the greater good. What am I saying? I'm not saying don't play him at all. I'm just saying recognize when you've made a mistake. Just recognize, accept the fact, internalize, take responsibility. See, yeah, I don't know, taking of responsibility. Yeah, it used to be a virtue that people used to have. Yeah. But when a coach doesn't take responsibility, there is no responsibility in that team. Definitely. Yeah. Take responsibility for bringing in this dead wood into this team. Internalize it. I failed. It will make you a better manager. Then bring in someone from that bench who can at least make it 11-11 on the pitch, because playing with this guy is -1 in the team. He can't run. He's lazy. He can't dribble. See, come on, man. As a footballer, you should know how to move the ball. Even if you don't have those trickery, you can advance with the ball with those type of slicky, moves. At least learn how to move the ball fast. In a way, try and learn how to pass the ball in a way. This guy does nothing. He's very lazy. He's not at pace with the runners in the team. Yeah, he's not even he's not even at the danger spot. Well, we do need players down there in the danger spot. At least, even if you're not working the ball out there, be in the danger spot. And he's nowhere to be found because even the players that are playing around him don't even trust him, Matty.
No,
That's the most annoying thing.
Tony, said in the broadcast, I said in the broadcast that the players are playing around him. They're playing around him. Go back to two or three games ago. It was 2 or 3 games ago. I can't remember who it was. But they were playing, and I said, look, they're playing the ball away from his side of the field to play around him to try to score because he holds up, he messes up the flow of the game. I mean, he is without a doubt the sole reason why this club, him and Arteta and Ketia, are the three stooges that will hold us back from doing anything this year.
Yeah.
Anything. Because they are some of the worst footballers I have ever seen in my life. This guy Havertz, man. I'm telling you, this guy Havertz, man.
Oh my God.
The pain of having to watch him.
Painful. He's not even in the danger area. He can't run.
Tony,
can't run.
Did you see him? Did you see him a couple of weeks ago? It was a couple of weeks ago. And shout out to Lee. Lee said, he's hiding behind the referee. And you look, he hid behind the referee. He was hiding behind the referee.
Oh my God. Oh.
And then you get Cathy out there. You saw the bicycle kick to nowhere. You saw it this week. The bicycle kick to nowhere. This guy, it is not there, man. This fan base, they want it to be there. I keep telling folks, people laugh at me when I say Spurs are in a better situation than we are. They are in a better. Their manager has been there 3 months, 4 months, and he has got more juice out that turnip, out of that orange, than this manager who's been here for 4 freaking years. And I told y'all I was not going to cut him no mustard this year after that debacle last season. I told y'all I was coming for him this year. I said I was going to sit back. How many games did I say, Tony? I said 10 games. We on what, 10 games, right?
I said 10 games, but I've seen enough, Matty. I don't need to see. I don't need to see up to 10 games. I've seen 8 games with him, and enough. Enough is enough. He should be shipped back to that Chelsea team or shipped back to Germany, and let's cut our losses and see if we can even get up to 10 million for this player by January. I've seen enough. Enough is enough. But see, Matty, this is the bigger picture. The picture that many Arsenal fans are not looking at right now. Good. Let's don't even compare this team to Newcastle, right? They've been at the back end of losses also, and again they have big money. So let's don't compare it together. Big ups to Deji Spores who is down here with us. Even Deji Spores, because I'm about to talk about their team, yeah, and he's down here. Proof is in the pudding. The proof is there. See, Matty, doesn't it shock you that Tottenham Hotspurs, brother, the ones we like to call our noisy neighbors, the ones that we like to say they don't win trophies, yeah? The reason why I'm bringing in this comparison right now is because there is no Sheik down there financing Tottenham Hotspur. So we're at par, right? Let's just say we're at par, yeah? Because if you use Newcastle, this gooners out there, they have something to say. So let's look at Tottenham Hotspur, brother. In less than 2 months, Ange Postecoglou has gotten Tottenham Hotspurs
rolling,
playing champagne football, playing sexy football, playing counter-attacking football, playing football at optimal level that makes you think that this guy has been playing with this team or has been coaching this team for like about 5-6 seasons. Look at how they're playing. He's made players better. Last season, look at Son last season. Just look at Son last season. He couldn't score a goal comfortably. Just look at Son. He's scoring goals left, right, and center. What does that tell you, Mate? It tells you something. He's a good manager. He's brought out the best in those players. He's a top manager. He is. He knows what it means to win. And you know what? Yeah, I didn't respect Ange Postecoglou before we played our matchup in the North London Derby against Arsenal. But you know what, Matty? I respect this guy now. I was blind, but now I could see. Yeah, this guy, he's the truth. I know it's too early to to spew that, but the proof is in the pudding. Look at how that guy got them
Tony,
playing.
let me help you out,
He's
Tony.
making all the players look good.
Let me
Even
help
the
you
dead
out, Tony.
players have risen from the dead, and they're playing. They're
Tony,
playing good football. They are playing. But
let me
this
help you out.
manager can't revive Pablo Vieira.
Tony,
He can't revive these players. But just look at Ange Postecoglou, Godson playing.
TC, let me help you out.
Kulusevski look like a different animal altogether. They're playing good football, and I'm
TC,
sorry if we downgrade Tottenham Hotspurs this season. I'm sorry, those guys will run us ragged. And mind you, we're going to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, we're going to that in the reverse fixture. Just pray that they have injuries to that team. Pray Madison has an injury. Pray Son is down and out, limb after limb broken. Because if not, this guy's gonna run us ragged in the North London Derby in the reverse fixture. Look at
you
what
know you know what the difference is between Spurs manager and our manager? Their manager came to the table with experience. He has a proven pedigree. I said this the other night, and people gasped for air when I said it. And I'm gonna say it again here because it sounds so good. I want to say it again. Roy Hodgson is a better manager than Mikel Arteta. And if you don't believe me, go look at how many trophies he's won and where he won them at. And anybody want to argue with me, they can say what they want to say about, up in age and all that stuff. He's a better manager than Mikel Arteta. This manager we have is a fraud. This manager should have been putting out cones, making sure that the cupcakes, make sure the dog food was put out for the dog. He should have been. That's what his job was. He's not supposed to be. He's not supposed to be managing Arsenal Football Club. He should have been. To be honest with you, he should have been managing lawns while we played them the other night. That's what he should have been at.
That's it. That's it. Just look at how they outplayed us. They outplayed us. They outtaught us everything in every department. Defensive duties. This guy learns defended as a team. In fact, we will actually I'll turn this up a notch. We were looking like the pop team. How about that on Tuesday? We were the pop team on Tuesday. We were the pop team. Defending learns defended properly. Midfield play. Scoring goals. In every department. You wouldn't believe it that those guys didn't even have a summer transfer window of even up to £50 million to any player. I'm telling you, we look like the pop team. We look like the team that spent £50,000 buying a player or buying players in the transfer window. We look like the pop team. And if you see the comments of Here Today, please go to oh my God, Here Today. There's a comment he makes at 8:44. 44.
Give me just a second here. Yorkshire, check your inbox. You said here to there, right here.
No, Here to there.
Oh, it's down a little further.
There.
All right.
Yeah, Here to there. Notice how Ange. He said something like, "Notice." Oh my bro, this right here, Matty. This right here. It takes the cake. It takes the cake. Notice how Ange is properly taking care of Son and Madison while they are dealing with injuries and aren't 100% fit, unlike Arteta. Yeah? And see, Matty, look at the bigger picture. Bukayo Saka was injured in that game against Lens. He's going to come back straight right in to that match in the weekend against Man City. He's going to play.
If you had to put a percentage on him, Tony, if you had to put a percentage on Saka's health, man, he's probably playing at about 40%, 45%. He's been about that for the most of the year.
But Matty, let's talk about this because you are going to answer this. Let's talk about this Bukayo Saka problem. Is the player also to blame for this problems also? Because if you're injured, if the manager, we have a shitty manager. I get that, but why can't Bukayo Saka say, "Hey, I'm injured. I'm being overrun"? Why can't he say something?
Because this manager
Why
frees
can't
him.
he say something?
Because this,
Mind you, he's
because
been
this
included
manager.
into the English team, into the English squad right now in the next international break.
So I'm
He's been
glad
included into that
you
squad.
brought that up. Glad you brought that up because I said this the other night too. To hell with Gareth Southgate. You know, he sits there. He's out there playing him in games against Faroe Islands. Out there against as at least said Timbuktu FC. You know, playing against these unnecessary games to have for them to play in. I mean, you're risking play. You look at other teams; they're saying, "Oh, with the player he pulls out with a knock, this player got an injury." Well, Arsenal, we send everybody to go play for the international break. Then they come back. How many times do we send Thomas Partey out for international break and he come back injured? How many times that happen? This African Cup of Nations is coming up, and he's gonna be over. Just think now. Just think about that, Tony. Just hit me. He's gonna be gone in January and February. So now look at that. So now we're gonna be back in this situation again. These injuries. But Tony, how do you fix that? You fix it with depth. You have depth. You go to you can go down.
Do you trust this manager to?
No,
Do you
I
trust
don't.
this? It's
No,
not even about. See,
no,
Matty, we've passed that stage of depth. Yeah.
No.
Do you trust this manager to even get a decent signing in? Because see, we can't seem to get decent signings in. Do you trust the manager?
Tony, you're asking me to trust a man that just paid $65 million for Kai Havertz.
For Kai Havertz, I can't believe it.
That's what I'm supposed to trust. That's the person. That's like, you gonna give the drug man the money to pay the bills for the house. You really think that's what happened? Come on, man. No, this manager is washed. He's washed. And I'm finally glad that this week I'm seeing people starting to come around to it. I'm starting to see people come around. I've been trying to tell folks for the longest. The man has bullshitted, excuse me, hate to say it that way, but bullshitted his way through his career the last couple of years. It's no different than having a fool that's on the job at the job interview that just talks the talk, but then when it's time to get put on the job and it's time to walk the walk, he can't do it. And that's Mikel Arteta. And it's time for this guy to go. Hey, man, he was okay to me as a player, but he's horrible as a manager. He should have got his start in the Championship, League One, League Two, over in the Dutch league, Danish league. Should have been over there in Switzerland. Should have been over there in Amsterdam. Maybe over Israel, Maccabi, Tel Aviv. You know, he could have been over there. Grasshopper FC down there down there in South America. Newell's Old Boys. He could have been down there. You know, somewhere down there over in the Brasilia. He could have been over there. But instead, he came to Arsenal. The job was too big for you, my friend. And it showed up this year. It showed up last year. If any year, it's like I said this the other night, if any year Arsenal was going to win a major honor, it was last year.
It was last year.
Tony, do you remember I told you? You remember what I told you the right before we ended for the summer? You remember what I told you? I said, our fan base will look back at this moment. Remember we talked about that last game, and I said everybody can remember. Everybody was celebrating, having a good time. Shaka stay, Shaka don't go. Shaka stay. We love you. And I said this fan base will wake up in the middle of next season and realize how bad of an opportunity we just pissed away. And now you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out because we ain't finishing top 2 this year. Might not even finish top 5.
But Matty, I'll be very careful about saying that. This is where I have, a little bit of a debacle with you. See, the manager, of course, is messed up. Yeah, the manager is messed up. His IQ is called to question. Yeah, his footballing IQ is called to question. Man management called to question. Technically, he's not gifted. I'm sorry, he doesn't know how to change games. But again, this is the problem. If the team is injury free, if this same team is injury free, and he doesn't tinker with this team, I do think this team can achieve some stuff this season. If he doesn't tinker that much with this team, I literally see this team getting close to something this season. But
Getting
again,
close to
we're
what?
with a manager who is completely unaware and he tinkers a lot with this team. How
Tony,
sure are we that he's not going to play Thomas Partey at right back when
Tony,
he's
did you
back
just say?
Sunday?
Did you just say you see us going somewhere with this man? Did you? I'll make sure I heard. Say that
It
one more
may,
time.
it
Make
might
sure I
not
heard it.
be the manager. It might not be the manager factor. It might be the team factor. It might not be the
Tony,
manager factor.
Tony,
But I don't
Tony,
think it's good enough.
Tony.
It's clear to me right now that he's not good enough. But
If
I'm just saying that
if
this
we're
team,
gonna
if
win
we're
anything,
injury, we can at least achieve something.
Tony, if this team is gonna win anything, there's only one thing I actually realistically see us even standing a shot at, and that's that Carabao Cup.
Hmm.
And if and
And
that's it.
that's not good enough either. It's not good enough.
That's it. That's far as I can see. We're not winning the league this year. Let's just stop this. Let's just stop this charade. We're not winning the league this year. We're not winning the league. Let's just stop the charade. Let's just stop it for what it is. People, you can say what you want to say. But man, how do you know we're not winning the league? We can't even score from open play, man.
Oh my God. Oh, Matty. I know this is not my show, but you're cooking, man. You're cooking, man.
We hadn't even scored from open play.
We can't score from open play.
Last weekend, 2 penalties. 2 penalties. They made it look like, oh man, we back in business. Brother, we are in bad shape. The goal scorer. Let me tell you something. Deji's sitting there. He'll like this. What I'm going to say. He gonna like this. And I told somebody this. I think it might have been Warren. Mm-hmm. Look, man. Let me tell y'all what's going to happen. Go ahead and prep y'all for it, so y'all be prepared. Let me get prepared to drop this hammer. I'm going to drop.
Rich.
There's a striker sitting out there, and everybody keeps saying we need to go for him. I want him on the team. I'd love to have him. First name starts with an I, ends with a T. First name starts with an I, last name begins with a T. Y'all know who he is. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if Spurs go right in there and drop a bid on him, and he comes right over there and raise hell. This manager, this team is shot out. I keep trying to tell y'all, we ain't winning nothing under this manager. If we were going to win anything, we would have did it last year. I don't even count the FA Cup because that wasn't even his team. And that was with water breaks and juice boxes. We had 15-minute water breaks and juice boxes during that period. Of course, you can fix whatever you need to fix right then. But when I remember this following season, I told Lee, I said, watch this season when you can't get juice boxes and crackers, and then now you got to coach for 90 minutes. And watch what happened. And then what happened? This man cannot coach. Watch this game this weekend. Y'all watch what's coming Sunday. Let me tell you, man. I don't got one in here with me.
People will argue that we, were the only, that we did beat.
Let me go get. I gotta give you a this.
There'll be those arguments, Matty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanna look for Matty's trouble a little bit, but of course he is going out to do something. But see, guys, in that game against Lens, I was having that watch along with my friend Wolfgang Division.
Tony,
we were looking like the pop team. We were the pop team.
Look, this weekend, Man City is gonna get that belt, and they coming, and they gonna turn. Hey, they gonna turn Arsenal ass around, and they gonna tear it up. They gonna tear it up. That ass whooping is gonna be so bad this week. They are coming in here to whip our ass. That two losses in a row, bro. They are coming in. We out there struggling against Lions. We talking about the mighty world class. This is why the Temple put stuff in perspective. What sense how can I look at that game the other night against Lions? And then we'll get ready to play the defending world champions. World, not just European. Remember, they won the Club World Cup. They world class. And then I'm supposed to think we don't have a striker that can score
at all.
Havertz is a
We
liability.
don't have a striker.
Havertz is a liability. Nketiah offers nothing, and a manager that has not beaten this man since he played him. And I don't want to hear nothing about the dinner plate championship back in August. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I told y'all, if y'all go back to my fan camp, I told you, I said the real match against Man City. And I told folks at the beginning of the season, I said, this week the season starts. And people keep giving me crap about what I said about Chelsea. I said, you better hope that Chelsea don't get it together before they play us. I don't care what they at in the table. It's still Chelsea. Look at this. Look at what's coming down the pipe. And we hadn't even played Newcastle yet. And y'all saw what they did last night. And y'all gonna tell me I'm supposed to buy until we think we for the winner title this year. That belt is coming out this season. And it's gonna be some folks. It's gonna be some folks this season that's gonna see Arsenal's gonna get that ass tapped this
Oh
year.
my God, Matty.
It's gonna be painful, Tony. It's gonna be painful. What we saw last night, what we saw a couple of nights ago is only the tip of the iceberg. And I keep trying
See, Matty.
I'm gonna say this, Tony. I'm gonna turn over to you. As long as this regime and this manager is here, my boy, I keep telling you. Somebody put in the chat earlier, the man has peaked. That is for the man said he was getting ready to sit down. I was debating coming back. That came out of his mouth. Tony. And if a man can say that, that means deep down inside, he knows he's not the man for the job. He's on borrowed time.
But again, this manager has come out and said, he's come out and questioned his abilities to continue in this job. He's told you that already. He told you that after we fluffed our lines in the Premiership last season, that he had deep thoughts last season. After last season, and he actually contemplated leaving the football club. Didn't you see it? The reports were out there. So for the manager to even have doubts about his ability to actually take this football club to greater heights, that says it all. And then the manager, that is, that believes in his abilities to win trophies. And I'm sorry, this guy has he's messed up. He's totally messed up. It's totally messed up. Pablo Freshcober say something there. Could Arsenal beat PSG like Newcastle did? Matty, we both know the answer. The answer is no. You can't beat PSG with this team. We can't even beat Lens. We look like the pop team against Lens. How can we beat PSG? It's totally a top shelf discussion when it comes to Arsenal versus PSG. They will beat us up. Yeah, because I don't have faith, that this manager will pull that off. But see, let's throw that away. Yeah, see, Matty, this team, if Mikel Arteta was a proactive guy, not more of a reactive kind of manager. If he was a proactive manager, right now you are seeing that Eddie Nketiah, won't take us where we're to go to. This guy won't take us to the promised land. And not that I don't like the brother. He's a young black brother. I like the guy. But I'm sorry, Arsenal Football Club is far, 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 far ahead of this guy. He can cut it maybe in Leeds. He can cut it maybe in, the smaller pop teams. Yeah. But I'm sorry, not at Arsenal Football Club. He can't give us 22 goals in a season. I'm sorry, he can't even score 10 in a season. And we gave this guy £100,000 per week. Matty, makes sense. And he can't even score us 15 goals in a season. See, if Mikel Arteta is a proactive manager, you would be going to Brentford right now, as we speak, right now, not waiting to the January transfer window to allow Chelsea come in and gazump the deal like they always do. Right now, you'll be talking to Brentford and telling them, We want Ivan Tony in January. Name your price. We'll pay that money right there, right now, and just wait for since Ivan Tony is not playing. Allow him to come train with the boys right now so that you can get him up to speed to start in January. What is wrong in doing that right now? What is wrong? If Ivan Tony is not the kind of striker that you like, because we do know that this guy, has a fetish for certain kind of players, then good, go and get Dusan Vlahovic right now. If Ivan Tony is not your guy, go, start talking to Juventus right now. Thomas Partey will leave anyway next season, right? He's going to leave next season. And I heard that Juventus want him. Why not start that deal right now? Start talking to them right now. Why not go to Napoli? Napoli just had a gaffe with Osimhen. They posted something ridiculous online on TikTok. Yeah, mocking that player. That player doesn't love Napoli no more. Go down there right now and flash the cash at Napoli for Victor Osimhen. 90 million. If we paid 65 million pounds for Kai Havertz, Matty, why can't we do the same for Victor Osimhen? Why can't we do that? If we're paying 65 million pounds for this guy, why can't we pay 100 million for Victor Osimhen and bring him to the football club and know that we can at least score 40 goals in a season?
Tony, we got a guest. Brother Yorkshire Gunner is in the house.
Gunner.
What's up, brother? I think he's still trying to get his microphone sorted out there. I think he's trying to get his mic sorted out there. But he is in the building as well. Good to have you, my brother. But Tony,
yeah,
we should be ahead.
What's happening, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. We hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, brother. You're welcome to the show, man.
All right, I think you hit your mute button again.
I don't know if you can hear me because it's kind of on my end. It's kind of. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
We can hear you all the way.
Yeah, you good, brother.
Yeah. All right. It's because on my end it's sticking and pausing and everything out. So I was listening to you guys driving home, and the more we mention Kai Havertz, the more angrier I get, simply because Arteta is just putting his trust in Kai Havertz, and it's clearly not working. And he's going to keep doing it. And it's going to be the ultimate downfall. And really, it's going to lead to him losing his job. But I just don't get how can a manager not see that he's made a mistake, that he's got it wrong. He's totally got it wrong. And he got it wrong even thinking about signing him. I just don't get it. From compared to last season, then obviously Granit Xhaka is gone now. And then you've gone from that to Kai Havertz. And everybody, I don't know one person that thought that adding Kai Havertz into this team was going to work. And it just angers me that we can all see that it's not going to work. We can all see where he's going to go with it. And there's no way that Kai Havertz is just going to turn into a goal-scoring midfielder like Granit Xhaka was. It's not going to happen. And it just angers me, just even the conversation about it, because just thinking about it, it's just...
Just think about it. Some Arsenal fans, actually compared Kai Havertz, to Beckham. And I was I nearly tore the remaining hair of my hair, to look like Matty. I just wanted to tear the remaining hair of my hair, when they were doing that that comparison. Comparing this guy to Dennis. These guys okay. Are they okay in the head?
He's the worst I've ever seen.
Up in the head. These guys are not normal. Comparing this guy to Dennis. What is this?
Disrespectful.
What is this?
Sure. Let me ask you this, Yorkshire. So what do you make of that piss poor performance the other night?
It was typical of Arsenal in Europe when the away crowd is proper up for the game. I did a video about the PSV game as a smokescreen, and I uploaded another video separating a segment that's of the video where I said that I don't want any English clubs to face us. Sorry, I don't want Arsenal to face an English club in the Champions League because we will get kicked out. There's no argument about it. Arsenal in Europe against the English opposition doesn't work. And if Arteta was just magically got us to the quarterfinals of the Champions League and we get Newcastle, we're out. Not happening. We're not progressing any further than that. Especially if we get an English side, we're better off. We'd have more of a chance if we were to face Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. That's how adamant I am that if we face an English side, no matter who it is, even if Burnley was in the Champions League, if we got them, we'll be out over two legs. And we've seen it. Chelsea, 2004, Man United, 2009, and Liverpool in what season was when Walcott ran all the way down and scored. Liverpool knocked us out of the Champions League that season. And it would just keep Arsenal haven't overcome any hurdles as what people think. And until we do, you look at Baku, what Chelsea did to us in that final, yet when we face them in FA Cup finals, we beat them every single time. You know what I mean? It just goes to show you that when it comes to Europe and Arsenal, it just doesn't go. It just doesn't go at all.
Yeah. We don't. I told you, with a club like Arsenal, we should have had a Simeone, Ancelotti. We should have a big time manager. Because you have to change the mentality. See, we have a culture of folding in massive games. We fold like a wet napkin. We fold, and then you look at, and then you got to manage when you got a manager like Arteta. When you got a manager like Arteta, it just compounds it because he's inexperienced. He's inexperienced, and this is too big for him. And I blame Edu and the board. I blame all of them because they brought him in here knowing that he was not. We didn't need that kind of. We need to be honest with you. The team we had at the time when he took over, had you brought in Ancelotti or somebody, we probably would have went on and did something better. We probably would have because we had big guns. We had some big guns in the team. I don't think people realize who was in the team. We had some big guns. And so when you bring in a manager like Arteta, he stripped the team down and made it in his image. And so now the team is completely his. So he has to own. He has to own everything that comes with that. That debacle the other night. Last year, a couple weeks ago, people were saying, "Oh well, man, we look at the Fulham game. The cracks were there. Look at the Bournemouth. Hey man, look at Nottingham Forest. That first game, they had a striker that could have scored. Talk about that's a draw. I mean, the warning signs are just the lights are flashing. They are flashing. Look at Spurs. That was his signing. That passed that ball back. That lost the ball. That was his signing.
And our most experienced player. That's our most experienced player, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the most experienced player in the team right now. And look at what he was doing in the middle of the park in a North London. Oh my God.
He was hot,
guys. In a North London derby. That's what Jorginho did in the North London derby. If see, guys, see, in 4 games, Balogun, a striker that all these people rejected. They don't want him in this football club.
He was the stone that the builders rejected.
He scored 2 goals in 4 games and 1 assist. That's what this guy have done in that team since he went down there.
Yeah.
Where are the goals?
They laughed. They laughed at Gallagher.
Me and Matty were begging, literally begging for this guy to be here. In the summer when all these gooners were just running their mouths and flapping their gums. We wanted this guy to stay. And look, he's out there in Monaco scoring goals for fun. Yeah, scoring goals for fun. 2 goals now in 4 games and 1 assist. Balogun, and that's meant to be our own. Our own. Look at Rico Lewis. You see, do you guys watch any? Look at Rico Lewis for that in that Man City game against Leipzig. Look at how that kid is running. Look at how he's playing. These are players. These aren't players that they went to buy. No, these are players from their own academy. Yeah, from their own academy. Look at what he did yesterday. Look at Foden. This manager has totally transformed this guy, and he was from Man City's academy. Where, apart from Bukayo Saka, yeah, why aren't we talking about our academy players? Why are they not getting a shot? Because see, any player is better than Kai Havertz right now in that Arsenal team. Why are we not giving these guys a run in? Waneri or whatever is that guy's name. Why is that guy not playing? He's better than Kai Havertz. Yeah. Look at Pep. He's giving Rico Lewis a chance. He gives him a fighting chance. When he's called upon, he gives his all. And that's an academy player. Ford, an academy player. And they're looking good. But our academy, just throw it to the bin. Just throw the academy to the bin. Because we're no longer producing talent again. Saka is the only talent that has come out from Ilhand right now that's doing good right now. Tell me which other player from Ilhand is doing good right now. Smith Rowe, we know he has the talent, but look at him right now. Bad management, injuries also, but bad management has run that guy totally to the ground. Didn't start a game in about 499 games. Best for Arsenal. Where is the responsibility? Where is the accountability? And this is the problem. This is the problem. And I'm coming round to it about this manager. You know, Matty had been saying it to me, but I was having, this type of issues because I just felt that this manager had lots of stuff to, really mop up in this team when
Come on,
he
Tony.
inherited the
Come
team.
on, Tony. Come on,
So
Tony.
right now, I'm warming up, man. I'm thinking he has to go. I'm sorry. I'm thinking he has to go. But again, let's see what happens this season. Let's see what happens this season.
Hey, you know what
Let's
that
see.
was? Hey,
With no major trophy, he has to go.
Hey,
With
you
no
know
major
that was?
trophy, he has to go.
Hey, see when you hear that, that's that hope. That's that hope. I hope that just
It's the hope strategy, right?
That's that whole strategy I be talking about.
It's the hope strategy, right?
Stop hoping.
He's
Stop
not
hoping.
going to last this season.
Yeah.
He's not going to last this season if he carries on the way he's carrying on. He's when Partey comes back, I'd love to, when he's fully fit, I'd love to know what Arteta's now going to do in terms of the starting 11, because had it not been for him getting injured, he probably would have still stuck with the goofiness of playing him at right back, which I don't know who Arteta thinks he is. He's not Pep. You need to understand he's not Pep. He'll never be Pep.
Matty, shout out. The Fight Week show is down here with us.
Oh, Ola's in here?
The Fight Week show. Ola is down here with us.
Hey, Ola, bro, if you free, hold on.
Big top guy.
Ola free, hold on. I'm going to drop this link over there to Ola. If he's free, man, he's more than welcome to come up, man.
It's probably at work or something. He's not.
Yeah, if he's free, if you're free, come on. If not, it is what it is, Ola. But go ahead, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. York.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yorkshire. Keep going.
It's just basically the next manager that comes in, if he's not a manager that's won the Champions League before, I'm not interested. Basically, because Arsenal, we've never had a manager that's won the Champions League. I had a conversation with my brother, and he said that George Graham probably would have won a European Cup in the 90s while English clubs were banned from Europe, and he probably would have done. But if a manager that comes in hasn't won the Champions League before, Arsenal should not be entertaining nobody.
Bingo. 100%.
Only a manager that's won it. So
either you or somebody who's been in the final, in multiple finals. I'm talking like Simeone, somebody that's been there that knows. See, people like to say, well, Who could come in and get some out of this Arsenal team? I told y'all, Roy Hodgson was Crystal Palace was down there in the dump. They were down in the dump, and he drove them right out the mud. Any manager that has been around the block can get something out of somebody. Yep. Any manager can get some out of somebody. And when you go get a war, just imagine had we got a Klopp, had we got Pep, had we got Ancelotti, had we got the Italian. I can't think of his name now. Just imagine that if we'd got I almost called it Allegri, if we'd have got the other Italian, the one that went to Spurs that should have came to us. And we just, when you look at how we got ourselves in this mess, because that's what it is. We're in a mess. And now what has happened is we regressed. And so you got to go back to the drawing board because you spent wrong. You spent wrong. So what's the saying? You buy cheap, you buy twice. So now you mess around here. Kai Havertz saying it. When you drop that dollar down, or that euro, that pound, whatever you want to call it, and that now all of a sudden you got to go back in January, rectify that situation, Tony, and then you got to go try to get Ivan Toney. And we know Arsenal don't spend big money like that in January. How many times have we sat, me and you have sat there, we have sat, Tony, and begged and pleaded for us to spend the money. We just did it this year. I told you, I said,
I'm sorry, January, we're not even going to spend big money. You know our record. Me and thank God, me and Brother Matty have been through some couple of, transfer windows. We've seen the January, we've seen the summer, with you. January, this team doesn't like to spend, right? We all know that. Lawrence Bailey, oh, my brother, man. My brother, don't do this, man. Lawrence Bailey, there was a comment he posted. Could you go to 920?
920. All right, let me see. 220. Let me see. This right here?
No. Oh, down. It's down. After El Cock Moncha. Yeah, exactly. He said here, we're in a mess. Third in the league and unbeaten so far without playing our best XI ones. Yeah, we're in a mess. Laughing out loud. The hate is real. See, man,
you saw that problem, Tony. You know how you saw that problem, Tony. Let me solve that problem. You only have. I'll make this real easy for you. We were at the top for 200 plus days, right? Am I right, York? We was 200 plus days, right? We was at the top.
Yep.
248 days.
Yep. And what did we get from that? What did we get?
We got
nothing.
If I'm to be exact.
Pumpkin seeds.
We just got a handout. We just got a handout to a community shield because Man United failed to beat Man City in a cup final. That's the most we got from all that. But yeah, nothing in the end, apart from nothing. A shield at the start of this season.
A dinner plate. Let's call it a dinner plate. I mean, and see, this is the stuff that the people you try to get people to see. Is I told y'all. I said I know we're undefeated in the league, and we're sitting there. I know that. But if you think that Arsenal's going to sit right here, go into this game this weekend against not Spurs, but against a City, double back, have to play Chelsea, who's starting to get it together, heat up a little bit. Chelsea, go through an international break, hoping nobody get hurt. You know our luck with international break. And then we got Sevilla twice in the Champions League. And I told y'all, said it's going to be 2 games that's going to define that Champions League. Because if we drop one of them games, it's going to be squeaky bum time.
It's going to be squeaky bum time.
It's going to be real.
Matty, I sent you a message. I have to go. I have a show, with Oregon.
Well, look, man, we're going to go ahead and round off, man. Let's do this. We're going to have to get back together soon, brother. My schedule is starting to free up, so we're going to all do something again.
Definitely. Then we have to ramp up. We have to ramp up the shows, man. The Henchmen. We have to bring in Yorkshire Gooner also to the fray too. So we'll get this. Let's get it.
Let's get predictions for Sunday. Tony, we'll go with you first. What's your prediction, brother?
You know what? Yeah, I'll go with a 2-1 win for Arsenal. I'll go with a 2-1 win for Arsenal because I do feel that City City are not at their best right now,
Oh,
too. Personally, that's what I feel. They're not at their best.
Don't you
They're
fall?
not at their best. See, Matty, yeah. If Arsenal is a serious football club, this is the time to actually beat Manchester City. This is a Kevin De Bruyne less Man City. They don't have their spine right now. They don't even have Rodri, who is the biggest spine in that team. If Arsenal wants to win the trophy, this is the time to do it. This is the time. It's put up or shut up.
Hold on, let me
If
get
we
this.
can't do it at this time, then I wonder. See, if Wolves is putting up a shift to beat these guys up at the Molineux, yeah, did you see what happened? They clearly thought that process, clearly planned, and they executed it, and they won. If we can get to that position, I doubt it with this manager. If we can carefully plan that movement at Arsenal on Sunday, we can get something from that game. The only problem is this manager because he might go again and put Thomas Partey at the right back position, and that's done. So it depends on the team he brings out. If I see Thomas Partey in right back position, then we're done. We're done.
York, I'm gonna let you. York, I'm gonna let you have it, brother.
What addressed that comment or the
We'll come to him last. We'll come to him last. We'll say that. Hey, as they say the best for last. We'll say the best for last.
All right. Prediction. Well, we're at home and we know that we ain't gonna keep a clean sheet, even if the game ends up being a draw. Someone in the chat said 2-2, and I was thinking that, but then I remembered we're at home. So if Arteta gets it right in terms of who he plays where and everything like that, at best a 2-2 draw. Otherwise, because we know Kai Havertz is gonna be involved in that game, some way, shape, or form. Probably City probably beat us 4-1. I just can't see us. I'd actually be more confident if it was away because of how we've been away from home this season. I'd actually be a little bit more confident, as weird as that sounds, even though it's against Man City. But we're at home, and even we watched last season. We watched Brentford go to Man City and win. Actually, no, did a double. We've watched Brighton get something from them. Spurs beat them. We've watched all these other teams take points off Man City, and then we lost 3 times from last season. I don't think it matters that City don't have De Bruyne. I mean, we've seen Arsenal lose to Manchester United that had 7 defenders on the pitch, 2-0. We've seen that. We've seen Man United in an injury crisis, and they still come to the Emirates and win. Louis van Gaal season. So I'm not convinced that, despite what City may be going through right now in terms of Rodri and losing 2 games in all competitions, I'm not convinced that this Arsenal is going to turn City over at the Emirates when, if anything, now's the time to do it because of what City have been going through right now. Some would probably get fooled by the Community Shield, thinking that, oh, well, the way we played in that game and everything like that. But Community Shield's a one-off game. Like, Arsenal would beat anybody in a Community Shield. If Real Madrid could play in a Community Shield, we'd beat them. Like, it's just what we do. I knew we'd win the Community Shield, but I know that when it comes to the league game, I'll be surprised if Arsenal win.
Y'all ready for my prediction?
Oh my God, guys! Prepare for this. Prepare for this.
Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for my prediction? I'm going 5-1 City, man.
Ooh.
It's gonna be rough.
Oh,
wait a minute. Ola missed it. I'm gonna bring it back for Ola. Hey, Ola, I'm bringing it with me on Sunday, baby. They're gonna turn Arsenal around this weekend. Turn us around, buddy, and they're gonna tear it up. You hear me? Tear it up. We getting crushed. We getting crushed. We getting crushed this weekend. We getting crushed. Now, to this gentleman right here. On that logic there, you explained to me last season. The season before that. The season before that. I don't think he watched it.
I don't think he knows what happened last season.
Yeah. See, he knows. This gentleman knows what happened last season. And he knows what's going to happen this season because it's starting to play out all over again. See, this right here, man, this right here is what we call delusion. Right here. This is it. This is conscientious stupidity, if you don't want the proper term. Conscientious stupidity. So we're going to leave that there. Shout out, where's it at? I saved it. I wanted to say this. I'm bringing him up, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chicky Chick.
Daddy.
Yeah, that's Ola's very, very big friend. They lost that guy, very great guy, but he's so rest in peace. Yeah. And for my own say about Laurent, what Laurent put up there. See, Laurent, I'm this kind of guy, yeah. I like people having their own say. I believe people should have their own say. Yeah. Matty has his own say. You too, you could have your own say. I don't discriminate against what you're saying. But again, see, Laurent, you have to understand this, yeah? Just look at that Newcastle team. Look at how they're cooking. Don't you want Arsenal to look like that? Don't you want Arsenal to be the ones beating PSG? I want to be in that position. Yeah, I don't want to be beaten by Learnt. I know you had a point. It's just the first defeat. I get that. We've not been beaten in the league. I get that. But again, I want to be that team beating PSG in the Champions League. I want to be the one disgracing the big teams in the Champions League. Eddie Howe is getting them looking like warlords down there in Europe. Matador, Centurion. That's what he made them look like yesterday. Yeah? And we're out here being beaten black and blue by Learnt, a team who is currently in League 15th in that position. Lawrence is not good enough. I do respect your point anyway. I do respect it. But man, look, the proof is in the pudding. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. And Bukayo Saka is injured. And we're playing him with those injuries. We're in trouble.
If
trouble, Lawrence, can't you see it? We're in trouble.
I'll say this
But,
before we go.
again, I respect. I'm not here to, discriminate against what you said. Because me, I'm a people person. I like people saying what they have to say. It's freedom. Yeah, you have that freedom to say what you have to say, and I do understand you. But man, look at Tottenham Hotspurs. Look at how they're playing. Doesn't it hurt you as an Arsenal fan to see what Ange has turned that club into in less than 2 months? While we were still struggling to have an imprint on our games. We still don't have the performance. We can even have ball possession, but what is ball possession when you can't score goals in open play? We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Bukayo Saka limping off games consistently. And you say we're not in trouble, Lawrence? Lawrence, just search deep inside of you, man, and see that, open your eyes, take the pill you want to take, the blue pill or the red pill. Which one, which rabbit hole do you want to go down to and just check out reality,
Oh, on that, man, I can't even go no further. But I'm gonna close it out, man. The red pill, take that red pill so you can see. All right, man, look at this. Tony, shout out your channel, man, where everybody can find you at, brother.
Yeah, man. See, it's a honor. This is the first time I'm being with Yorkshire Goon and Yorkshire Gooner, man. Big ups to you, man. I've always seen you do shows with my brother. Matt is my seasoned brother, man. Since when me and Matt did a show together, bam, we just, got into the act, created a show for ourselves, and since then we've been friends. Me and Matty were cat and dogs, yeah. Most times I don't agree with him in everything, but again, that's the beauty of football. When you're talking football, you don't have to agree all the time with everything anyone says, but again, it still doesn't mean I respect Matt as a brother. And you too, coming today, man, respect to you. I like your takes. You're a more, I don't want to call it a better version, but you're more, a little bit lighter than our brother. Matt comes with the rod and the thunder. Yeah, it's like an African god that comes with an iron, like. And now he came today with the belt. But Yorkshire Gunner, it's nice to be with you down here, and hopefully
You too,
we can
man.
get to do some couple of shows together. See,
Yeah.
Matt, thank you for giving me a chance, man. I love you, my brother, man. It's always nice to always come hang out here with you and do lots of stuff with you, man. Big ups to you, man. I really, really do respect your person and love you, my brother. See, guys in the chat, yeah, please come join me on Tony Claude Gunner TV. Yeah, our voices need to be heard. Come and listen to some reality. It might not be the way Matt does it because Matt knows how to do it quite well. But the thing there is, if you want to come listen to some reality, if we win, I'm the one cheering. If we lose, I'm dishing out those those investigation orders and subpoenas. That's who I am. So come down to Tony Cloud Gunner TV. Come support me down there, and let's see your voices need to be heard at this time. Come in the charts. Come and talk. Let's hear what you have. For the Gunner community, because your voices need to be heard. We're in unprecedented times right now. Saka is getting injured. The only ill end product right now giving us joys right now is injured, and we're still playing this guy injured. We just got disgraced by Lens, a pop team who's 15th in the league right now, and in France, League 1. Yeah, Pablo Vieira can get things done. Trossard is looking bad right now. Martinelli is injured. Thomas Partey is just coming back, but how sure are we that our manager won't deploy him back to right back position where he got injured in the first place? So, guys, your voices need to be heard right now. Yeah, come join me on Tony Cloud Gunner TV, and I have a show right now with my brother Oregon Gunner. So come join me. Maybe
All right,
after
go
the
ahead. Yep. York, tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
Instagram, I think it's YG_AFC. I think it is. I get confused with my usernames, but it might be my channel bio. If not, any one of my videos will have my links to my social media accounts. I know TikTok is YG_AFC. I've got Twitter again now, and I think that's the same as well. But I think I might have it in the bio because I got Twitter and then they blocked me for some reason. But then I'm back on it now. And then obviously my YouTube channel, Yorkshire Gunner, can find me there. I'll be uploading every week, covering all the games. I'll be uploading match preview of the game on Sunday against Manchester City, and that's where you can find me.
All right, brother. Always good to see you too, man. Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming through, man. Ola, good to see you pop in. Anthony, Highbury, Wolfgang, Wolfgang, everybody, the symbol, Taib, all the usual suspects, man. Always glad to see you all, man. The symbol, always good to see you all, man. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. For those who are coming in, make sure you check out the replay. Y'all head on over to Tony Clark Gunner TV. He'll be over there with brother Oregon Goon in just a second. I am going to go enjoy the rest of my afternoon. Get ready for this weekend and get ready for this whooping on Sunday. And we
Sunday.
on Sunday. Yep. We hope that you enjoyed it. And we are out. Peace.
Peace.